about using that cheesy pickup line we found on the internet last night. But I'm talking about 3 moves that God wants us to make. First of all, God wants us to make a move to belong to Him. While my family lived in Fiji, we had a Hindu neighbor named Maya. We found out that Maya had been sick for years. She offered sacrifices to her gods daily, but she saw no improvement. As we got to know her family, my parents brought Maya to Christ. Her next move was to get rid of all the idols in and surrounding her household. She asked my parents to help her move a sacrifice barrel that the witch doctor had given her. As they attempted to get it onto the pickup truck, it lost balance and rolled down the hill straight to its rightful place, the local graveyard. Maya's family saw instant recovery in the way she acted. Her mind and body were healed, and it wasn't long before her entire family became Christians too. Joshua 24:15 says, "As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." Maya made a move that transformed her into a beautiful new creation. Speaking of beauty, every year there are beauty pageants out. Miss America, Miss Universe, and even in Fiji, the locals were crazy about who would be the next Miss Friendly North. My 9-year-old hopes of claiming the crown were dashed because apparently my skin was the wrong color, and I may have been 10 years under the age requirement. But there was one beauty pageant held where one of the contestants had no desire to even be involved. Yet she was the one who caught the king's eye and was awarded the crown. Her name was Esther. Soon after Esther became queen, her cousin Mordecai revealed a plot to annihilate the race of Hebrew people. Mordecai urges Esther in chapter 4 to speak out against the decree, saying, "And who knows that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" In those days, you could not see the king without his invitation. So Esther knew she had to make a move to take a risk. Esther asked for all the Jews to fast with her for 3 days before she went to see the king. She said, "If I perish, I perish." Now, we already know that Esther had beauty beyond compare. But come on, seriously? She should have been on Survivor. She didn't even have an immunity idol to save her if the whole conversation would have gone wrong. But she did what she had to do. And by the way, that saved her people. The next move we need to practice is to bring others to Christ. Well, my dad was a youth pastor, he had a boy named Brian Hill in his youth group. Brian didn't have a father figure in his life, and so he really enjoyed the relationship he had with my dad. Over the years, my dad and Ryan kept in contact. One day, my dad received an email from Ryan, who was stationed in Iraq. The email said that just as we were missionaries to Fiji, he felt like God had called him to be a missionary to his troop. About 2 weeks later, they were traveling in a convoy. They pulled over to the side of the road for a break, and Ryan went to the man driving the first Humvee of the platoon. He asked Gilbert if he had thought any more about finding a relationship with God. When Gilbert said no, Ryan, who stood at 6'4", physically forced Gilbert to switch his vehicle, saying something like, "If I were to die today, I know I'm ready." Minutes later, the vehicle that Ryan took over hit an IED, instantly killing Ryan. Today, Gilbert is a strong Christian all because of one man's move. What a perfect example of John 15:13 that says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." Maybe we're like Maya. We've been searching for healing and happiness in things that are not godly. We need to make a move to find our healing and happiness in Him. Or like Esther, we need to risk that bold move to stand for what is right. We should not wait to feel safe and secure or until we think we are ready. We must step out in confidence because we know everything is in God's hands. Or maybe we need a passion like Ryan's, where we would make a move to do anything to see our friends find God. These are 3 moves that God wants us to experience. So I'm asking you,